Hey Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing a reading for you. General timeless reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's see what the cards have for us today. Let's see if there's any guidance, anything that resonates with you guys particularly. Let's see. Alright, Spirit, please bring in the most relevant and important messages for the beautiful Pisces watching. Alright, so first card that we have here, Five of Cups, Pisces. Interesting already. There's a sense of fogginess. I feel... Ooh, look at that. Three of Swords. What's going on, Pisces? What is going on? Some of you may be feeling exhausted. Some of you may feel like you can't be productive in a healthy way. Maybe you feel like you are either overexerting yourself or not doing anything at all. Some of you may be thinking that whatever it is that you're doing perhaps is not working or is not going to work because you feel so exhausted. Or maybe because there are emotional situations right now happening that are draining your energy big time here. But look at that, we got the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's hope, you guys. Not that this is a particularly negative reading. It's not, but I do get a sense with this Five of Cups and Three of Swords that there are definitely some emotional barriers here that need to be addressed. The Five of Cups talks usually about negativity. Seeing and focusing on all the things that are wrong, all the things that could be better. Looking around in a beautiful, beautiful room, and instead of seeing the beautiful room, seeing how everything needs to be just a little bit more aligned everywhere, everything needs to be different. No matter how small and insignificant the changes may appear, you may feel like there needs to be adaptation and adjustments everywhere, like nothing is quite there yet. And that may make you completely forget that you are in a beautiful room. There's so many beautiful things, so many good things happening to you. But I get a sense, Pisces, for those of you who have overcome deep trauma or are healing from deep trauma, it's almost difficult to see, the other side of it. Maybe you've gotten used to seeing life in a certain light. With defensiveness, with fear, with a lack of trust, perhaps, in other people. All the different lenses that appeared during or after trauma from the past, all of those lenses are still being used. But the reality does not need any lenses anymore. It's like, you may doubt people in front of you. You may, really try to find a lie between their words. Really try to do an X-ray vision on everybody, on everything. And maybe in the past, if you were surrounded by very sketchy people, that was always helpful. Maybe you caught a lot of bullshit going through that sort of analysis, deep dive into what everyone tells you, what they may mean, what they consciously want, what it appears for them to unconsciously want. Having that assessment was very helpful for you. And you got into the habit of doing it all the time. But now, I feel like you're starting to look for things that are not there. And maybe you're wasting a lot of energy or time in going through this whole process of doubting someone. And maybe that makes you feel depleted. There is heartache, and it's hard for you to get out of it. In your mind, you know that you deserve this 10 of Cups. You know that love is real. You know that it exists. You know that you deserve it. You know that you're living a beautiful life. You know that you are an incredible person with so many abilities, so many possibilities. You know this, fact. But it's hard to keep that focus when fear, consciously and unconsciously, seems to be bombarding your mind space. Every time something feels right, there could be a little voice inside of you like, is it right though? Like, don't put your guard down. Analyze it again. Are you sure you want this? Are you sure this person is who they appear to be? You know, it's like there's this voice that, yes, it's trying to protect you, definitely. But maybe, just maybe, there's like a dimmer somewhere that you can use to adjust, you know, how loud this voice of fear is, how much it feels like you need protecting. In the recent past, with the 4 of Swords here, you've been depleted, you've been drained, you've been tired. Some of you guys got tired of pursuing your dream. Maybe you had a dream, you had this 10 of Cups in your mind, and you tried and you tried and you tried, and maybe recently you gave up. And you thought, you know, is this really what I want? Because if I can't be happy getting there, what makes me think I'm going to be happy once I'm there? Some of you guys are really, really reassessing. What is it that you want in life? Contemplating possibilities. Realizing that maybe the goal doesn't have to be that difficult, or that it doesn't have to look that way. It can be something different. I get this sense of some of you saying, like, you know what, I don't want all of those ambitious dreams that I wanted before, because I have noticed that what I actually want is silence. Maybe I don't want to be a super famous, I don't know, public speaker or a super famous athlete. Maybe I just want silence. Maybe I just want peace of mind. Maybe I don't want to travel. Maybe I want to stay put. Maybe I do want to travel instead of staying put. It's like you're evaluating everything at this point. But this is good. Spirit is telling me with this High Priestess card that these questions needed to be asked. Those dreams, to a certain extent, were not yours. They were kind of mixed with your ego a little bit. Like, just enough for you to think that that was your idea, that that was your desire, that that's what you wanted to do. It may have been, you know, a dream that has equal fulfillment as it has, like, ego drive, if that makes sense. And it seems like now you are almost stepping down and saying, I know that I can have it, but do I want to? Do I need to? What is it that I really want? Someone here could be offering you love. You may be offering love to someone. There could be a whole sense of love everywhere around you. And choices that are being made because of that. Self-love, self-appreciation, a gratitude, and a desire to fulfill your needs, not your egos, not your fears, but what truly feels authentic to you right now. Some of you maybe had this vision or this goal, like, I want to be the best athlete ever, history. I want to be a historic player. I want to leave a legacy. I want to do all these things. And the more you got closer to that, you realize this actually isn't for me. I can do it. I know I can. I'm close enough. Heck, I can even, do it for the sake of it. But why am I doing it though? What is it going to bring to me right now and in the future? Is it going to make me exhausted, stressed, fear-based, annoyed, insecure? For the sake of accomplishing that thing at some point you said you wanted? Or, are you perhaps envisioning a way in which you can extract from that experience everything that is authentic to you? Extract from that goal everything that is, at this point of your life, something to feel proud of. And, from this point on, moving forward with that. We got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Two of Cups, and we got the Two of Swords. Today, you may feel like your mind is going back and forth like crazy. You may feel like everything needs attention, and at the same time, everything is overwhelming. You may see pros and cons in pretty much every single option that you have, ultimately leading you to feel perhaps paralyzed, blocked, overwhelmed, confused. Today is not the day to push any kind of decision. Today is not the day to have or get the answers, okay? The more you try, the more you're gonna get frustrated. The answers that you want are going to come to the surface. They're gonna just arise, okay? They're not going to be found through overthinking, especially today. Hopes and fears, you've got the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles and the hopes and fears. So a desire almost for victimhood, a desire to use excuses that are perfectly valid to just, be defeated. A sense of exhaustion so great that you may want to say, you know what? I went through this. I am going through that. So what if I just can't? What if I just give up? What if I just fail? And there's another part of you that knows that this is just an excuse, that knows that this is just coming from exhaustion. Ace of Swords. Important conversations are going to be coming up. Not right now, not today. And if there is an important conversation that, someone who wants to talk about something important at this time, something delicate, something triggering, the advice I'm getting is actually to push this off until the energies are a little bit more, maybe easier to navigate, perhaps. But the ideas and the clarity are definitely already kind of dripping in, if that makes sense. Little bit by bit, you're going to be finding the clarity that you need and that you have been craving. That's for sure. And I think that in a way, the idea of what it means to be successful has changed in your mind space. Maybe at some point you had this insane ambition. You had this curiosity to know what is possible, what you're capable of. This desire to prove yourself, to prove to others what you're made of. But somehow I feel like that is shifting, and that is transforming into the appreciation of ease, structure, the appreciation of knowing what to expect, building upon something step by step. Maybe you were very focused on winning the lottery or going viral on social media or rising to the top as fast as humanly possible in your industry or in your fitness or in whatever, artistic endeavors as well. And now you're like, maybe I don't actually want that. Like, yeah, maybe I do want those results, but what if those results actually create more of what I don't want instead of more of what I do want? So it's a sense of rediscovery of who you are, what you want, and why you want that. Give yourself an opportunity to wear different hats, is what I'm hearing. Try things on. Do, this thing for a month and see how that goes, see how that feels. If it does not feel right, or there is something that, is a little off, then try something else. No commitment, no, expectation necessarily for things to be immediately the answer to everything. Just, let things be and allow yourself to fine-tune what you want. How can we make this happen without falling into this 5 of Cups energy, though? Because this is a sense of magnifying everything that could be better. And even though we're working with that energy to create a better reality, one that is more authentic to you, the whole point is for you to enjoy your reality more. So let's see what the oracles have to say. Because it's kind of like a double-edged sword is what I'm getting, The whole reason you want to improve your reality is to be able to enjoy it more. But if by wanting to improve it, you stop experiencing pleasure, because you're in just like fixing the negative mode, then it becomes kind of pointless, doesn't it? Let's see. I've pulled a lot of cards that I had in storage, so this is going to be exciting. I think I'm going to be using some of them that you've never seen. Even if you're like a current subscriber, even if you watch the readings often, I think that you may see some decks that you've never seen before. In this channel, anyway. Hey guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Look at that. I am good enough. Card number 21. This keeps bringing me to, that's how I read cards. Spirit puts in front of, in the top of my mind, in front of my mind, the situations that I have experienced that, in my personal life, that embody the energies that we're talking about as a way of, almost translating. It's like, Spirit shows me the cards, and then it shows me the situation I lived, and almost the correlation between the cards and how I felt at the time. And I didn't want to share this one because it's honestly a little strange, and I don't know why, but I feel slightly embarrassed by it because of the social constructs and what immediately comes to mind. And some of you are going to want to kill me when I say this. It's going to be like, what? You did what? Like, oh my god, Katie. And I've heard that enough times, to be honest. I was terrible at math, in school. I pretty much cheated my way through high school, not gonna lie, shamelessly. I was like, there's no way this is gonna happen if I don't, do this. And I didn't even feel guilty about it. I was just like, I'm survival mode, whatever. But I honestly did think, there is something fundamentally wrong with how I don't understand numbers. I studied. I went to tutors. I studied with my friends, and then I would just go blank for years, all of my time in high school. And at some point when I was choosing, what I wanted to do with my life, there was a part of me that chose architecture as a career, which, as many of you know, it involves numbers that, if done wrong, can kill people, right? If, a fucking building is done wrong, that's not good. But I did want to almost conquer that monster that were the numbers for me. And I entered this, architecture university degree that happened to have, also civil engineering. So it wasn't the design, the artistic part of it, in its entirety. It was really, really going into numbers and structural analysis and all the shitty things that I hated, but felt like I needed to beat somehow. All the artistic stuff, straight A's. All the number stuff, every single test was an existential crisis for me. And comes year fourth year, and I realize, wow, I pretty much did the thing. I pretty much did it, and I actually managed to do it. And there was a part of me that was like, okay, now that I've proven that to myself, I know that I can do anything I want. And I dropped out. Don't kill me. Hear me out. Or don't. Whatever. It's fine. I just, at that moment in which I realized I am capable of doing anything I set my mind to, no matter how unlikely it is for me, I said and I recognized, this is not my path. I needed to know that I was capable, though. It was a very big test for me and for my abilities. As a human being, I just needed to prove to myself that I was powerful and that I could do anything. But once I did, I was like, why did I want this in the first place? Yeah, my confidence is boosted. Yes, I feel very much more powerful. Yes, this definitely changes the way I see life and the future completely. And for the rest of my life, that really, really integrated that lesson that I can do anything. But do I want to be an architect? Do I want to, is this something I want? And the answer was hell no. Hell no. And that's when my mission appeared, my purpose revealed itself, and here we are. And I am living, extremely happy, abundant, probably way more than if I was an architect. None of the stress and all of the abundance and fulfillment. And this is somehow what I'm getting here. Some of you getting there and realizing that's not necessarily where you want to be. But it's not bitter. It's not awful. It's not something that you regret. It's just kind of like, interesting. In this journey, I got all of the qualities I'm going to need for the journey that will actually make me feel happy. And that's what happened to me. I got the discipline. I got the warrior mentality times 100. I realized that I could not sleep for 2 or 3 nights in a row and somehow be kind of, a human. I got, hard work. I don't know. I got so many abilities I just didn't have. Attention to detail, oh my God, knowing that nothing is granted until it is granted. Putting in the work, putting in the devotion, realizing that sometimes you can do your absolute best and it may not amount to nothing and it's not personal, It just taught me how to be a hardworking person. To suck it up, to do things that you don't want to do sometimes, to realize, pain is momentary, glory lasts forever, that kind of thing. And all of those qualities are now what I use to be successful in my life. I consider myself to be very successful in my life. I also consider myself to be very unsuccessful in certain areas. But bottom line, those abilities have those qualities, those traits that developed, through those years, they permeate and they influence every area of my life, and they forever will, I'm sure. So for me, it wasn't about the title, but you can probably realize how my family felt. Yeah, after 4 years of, thank God the degree was, it's not like in the United States, okay? I know that the vast majority of you are watching from the United States. It is not like that financially. Not that I should share it with you, not that you care, but the whole career was like 12 grand, like $12,000. And, you know, I did the 4 years. That was good for me. But I know that in the States, it's just like ridiculously overpriced. Like, it's just like not even possible. And I think that would definitely make everything different if I was in that situation, of course. As many of you perhaps are, you know. Anyway, I don't know how we got here, but there is definitely a reassessment. I am hopeful is a card showing up. Some of you may be dwelling in the chaos of these kind of decisions. Some of you may be like, oh my God, you know, I can't drop out. This is going to be terrible. I am the stupidest person ever. How did I do this to myself and my family? You know, you can definitely get caught up in that. Perfectly valid. Almost a part of the process. But you can also shift and see, wow, if I did that, what can't I do? What do I want to do? Knowing now that I can make anything happen. I am open to receive. Yep, there we go. I am sacred. These beautiful affirmation cards are wrapping it up beautifully, in my opinion. Now, let's pull just one from the kitty cat deck. Okay, so this is the beautiful, beautiful kitty. Trust. Meet Safi. Trust begins as an agreement she makes with the flame in her heart. She agrees to let it guide her even when it beckons her deep into the night forest of the unknown. When she sparkles with her heart light, when she trusts, the darkness is illuminated and the forest sparkles with her heart light. She may not know exactly where the path leads, but she trusts that enchantment of a journey born of intuition. What you truly seek awaits you. Trust yourself. Step into the forest and begin your wild quest towards the longings of your soul. And interestingly enough, there's a deck right here, and this is the card on top of it. The Night. Find comfort in the night, where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. Some of you are going through a dark night of the soul. But if you look around, the night can be very beautiful. Stars, forest sounds, fireflies. It doesn't have to all be dark. So yes. Yes, my love. So this is what I have for you in this particular reading. If these help at all, there's a donation link in the description box. Every single cent sent our way is deeply and absolutely appreciated. So if this helps, if you want me to keep going, if you want more readings, if you enjoy them, let me know. You know, a 50-cent donation, $1, $10, $50, $100, whatever it is that feels right for you, is definitely appreciated here, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Everything is gonna be okay, all right?